Round two, gang, and so far you've banked $1,750 out of a possible $25,000. There's 5 of you left, 15 seconds coming off the clock. And we'll start with the strongest link from the last round, and that is Chad. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Chad, which New York Harbor statue celebrated its 100-year anniversary in October 1986?
Statue of Liberty.
Correct. Heather, in what classic Alfred Hitchcock film does Anthony Perkins say a boy's best friend is his mother?
Psycho.
Correct. John.
Bank.
Originally called the clasp locker, what Z is the clothing fastener first patented in 1893?
Zipper.
Correct. George. In geography, what is currently the third most populous country in the world?
United States.
Correct. Lydia. According to the ad jingle, if you ask any mermaid you happen to see, what's the best tuna?
Star-kissed.
No chicken of the sea. Chad, the six-pointed star symbolic of Judaism represents the shield of what biblical king?
David.
Correct. Heather, which classic TV series starring Jimmy Walker was a spin-off of the sitcom Maude?
Good Times.
Correct. John, what computer giant, commonly abbreviated HP, recently merged with Compaq?
Hewlett-Packard.
Correct. George, Heathrow Airport is located in what European country?
England.
Correct. Lydia, who was the last U.S. president to be assassinated in office?
Kennedy.
Correct. Chad.
Bank.
What number is expressed by the Roman numeral written as XI?
11.
Correct. Heather, what title of a hit song by James Taylor is also the name of the...
Bank.
Time's up. I can't complete the question. You banked $5,500. That $5,500 will go through the next round, but I can promise you after that little stunt, one of you won't. Which one of you thinks that Sherlock Holmes is a housing project? It's time to vote off the weakest link.
Chad is once again the strongest link. The weakest link is Lydia. But will the other players be aware of that?
All right, you whiz-bangs, voting over. It's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
George.
Lydia.
Lydia.
John.
Lydia.
Chad.
Yes.
So why'd you pick Lydia?
Well, seems to hesitate a lot on questions.
On questions?
My voice is still changing. Give me a break.
So she was hesitating on some questions.
On some questions, yeah. Again, that's probably some of the time I could have used, and then maybe we could have got to that $25,000 answer.
You did get to it.
Oh, well, I got to it, but barely enough time, just enough time to get...
just to squeak by another
just,
question and answer, another question and answer.
I couldn't trust that. Just, you got to her name, just started the question. There would have been 2 more seconds. It wouldn't have happened.
George.
What's going on, my man?
Remind us what you do.
Social worker assistant.
You like it?
It pays the rent. It puts shoes on my little girl's feet, so I can't complain.
Oh, man, you're working the sympathy vote now, aren't you?
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, not at all.
So why'd you pick Lydia?
Something about that tuna thing just threw her brother off.
It was fairly whack, I do have to say.
It was whack. It was whack. Yes.
I am definitely, I'm down with that. Yeah.
So I give you one of these?
Solid, yes.
Well, all right, my man.
Well, Lydia, ask any mermaid you happen to see, who's the weakest link? You! You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Well, all my life I've known if it has tires or testosterone, it's going to give me trouble. I'm from Arkansas. I was raised on a cattle ranch, and I ate beef all my life. I don't know about fish, tuna.
Round 3, team, and so far you've banked $7,250 out of a possible $50 grand. There's 4 of you left, 15 seconds coming off the clock, and we'll start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Chad. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Chad, Peter Marshall, John Davidson, and Tom Bergeron have all hosted versions of which game show?
Dating game.
No Hollywood squares. Heather, what J is a line of soaps and lotions that uses the ad slogan, Love Your Body?
Jergens.
Correct. John, in what Betty Thomas movie does Eddie Murphy play a surgeon who can talk to animals?
Dr. Doolittle.
Correct. George, the longest river in the world lies on what continent?
Africa.
Correct. Chad, which 16th century Romeo and Juliet playwright wrote the line, "Let's kill all the lawyers"?
William Shakespeare.
Correct. Heather, in the classic Parker Brothers board game Clue, what is the two-word name of the character represented by a purple token?
Mr. Mustard.
No, Professor Plum. John, which letter falls between K and M in the modern English alphabet? L. Correct. George, in War of the Worlds by H.G. Wells, the invaders of Earth come from which planet?
Mars.
Correct. Chad, 1986 was the first year the U.S. officially observed what federal holiday?
Memorial Day.
No Martin Luther King Day. Heather, the Royal Palace... Time's up. I can't complete the question. Well, in that round, you banked... Oh, let's have a look here. Oh, that'd be nothing. Well, we'll just send that nothing right on through to the next round. One of you won't be going there, though. Who's known by their tribe as takes up space? It's time to vote off the weakest link.
Statistically, the strongest link is George. Chad, the strongest link from the last 2 rounds, is now the weakest link. Find out who will take the next walk of shame when we return to The Weakest Link.